Hey guys, thanks for watching my video. This is Fun with Brittany. Today I'm going to talk about my pregnancy must-haves, and I feel like this is a really important video. So if you're pregnant, congratulations. I am as well. And what I wanted to share with you was some of the things that I needed to take care of myself as a mom throughout my pregnancy and just for my own comfort. I have to be really careful about money right now, so these were the items that I was able to justify buying, and I just wanted to explain to you what I ended up needing and why. So the first thing that I'm going to talk about is that I did get like nosebleeds and stuff during my second trimester, and you can see down below, I'm going to link the videos to my first and my second trimester so that you can kind of see. I talk about some of these products and how they helped me for symptoms that I was having, but one of the items that I had before I was pregnant that ended up working throughout for my nosebleeds to just kind of help keep the air moist was the Levois right over here, this big white machine. And that is actually a humidifier. So I really love that one just because it's big. My favorite oil to use in there is the Gaia Labs Vanilla. Another item that I was able to justify buying finally was the Ninja blender, and I really just, first of all, I ended up really trying to consume a lot more fruits than I had in the past. And so I felt like having that blender just really helped me kind of be able to get what I needed. There were mornings that I woke up that I was way too tired to cook for myself, and it was super easy to just throw in frozen fruit and make myself everything from smoothies to smoothie bowls. I will have another video where I talk about a brand called Kenco, and this is something that I used prior to my pregnancy just for my own health because, again, I find that I do a lot better when I'm adding a lot of fruits and vegetables to my diet. So these are the little packets that you can use, and you basically mix them with nut milk. I like to do walnut milk or hazelnut milk. Those are my favorite. Some of the other nuts are super processed and they are super like mass produced, so they are not as good for you, and walnuts help grow white matter in the brain, so I really like walnut milk. I try and stick with that when I can. But hazelnut is also one that is super good for you and good for the brain, so those are the two nut milks I like to stick with. And very early on in my pregnancy, I realized I was going to have to do a lot better keeping track of my water intake, so I wanted to show you guys this cute little colorful Brew Mate Cup that I got, and I do have one that's bigger as well. I basically bought several of these and I just thought they were cute. They made me happy to drink water, and I know that I will need them throughout my whole pregnancy. They keep my water super cold or my drinks very hot, which I enjoyed. And what I did was I got these little jelly silicone straws from Amazon, and it's just like a nice thick bendy straw, so if you have the locking cap on the Brew Mate, you can still stick in that little straw. It came in like a 12-pack or something, and like honestly they're just, I think with it being a thicker straw, it just makes it easier to drink more water, but that's helped me to kind of keep track of my water intake, and I really have enjoyed having the Brew Mate cups with my little straw that's BPA free, of course. So another thing that happened like very early on in my pregnancy was I noticed I was getting super sunburned super fast, and so I basically found out right away which sunscreens are safe to use during pregnancy, and the one that I like the best is the Bare Republic. So this one is the mineral sunscreen spray, and then they also have one here that is the tinted moisturizer, and I liked this one. It's not tinted enough to be a makeup, but it actually was a very nice like primer for my other makeups, and almost had like a serum type of texture. So this brand is from Walgreens, and I like to wear that face cream under my makeup because it's just really, really easy to get burnt when you're pregnant. I have no idea why. I have fair skin anyway, but this was like intense. So I also have a nice little hat here. I really like this one because if I wear my hair up in a bun, which I'm always trying to do, especially if I'm near a pool, I don't want to get my hair wet. And this is the brand Sun and Sand, and I just got this at like Bell's. I think it was like $15. I had this prior to my pregnancy. I also have one of these where the top is closed, it's a wider brim, and it goes all the way around. And so I recommend that you have 2 sun hats like this and just literally keep them in your car all the time. Another thing that happens when you're pregnant is that you just get super sweaty everywhere all the time, no matter where you are. La Vanilla is one of the like only deodorant brands I use. And they have a cute little travel size. My favorite is the Beachy Vanilla. That's my favorite scent. And I just keep this everywhere with me because I feel that I'm always like needing deodorant. So that is something that I've definitely needed throughout my pregnancy. And then my favorite prenatal vitamin ended up being the Vitafol Gummies. And if you order a free sample from them online, they send you some samples in like a cute little, it's like a cute little travel case. So that will be nice to have afterwards. And the Vitafol Gummies taste really, really good, and they were just easy to take, and they were not hard on my stomach when I was having morning sickness. So that's the one that works the best for me. Another item that I used for my migraines that showed back up is going to be the Mary Ruth's B Complex, and this helped me a lot with my migraines. After I took it for about a week, I pretty much stopped getting them at all. And then another thing that I did was I purchased one of these little frozen eye masks. And I really liked this because there were times that my migraine was so bad that not only did I need a frozen eye mask for my eye, it was very helpful to have this to kind of pin right up to my head and kind of concentrate it onto the spot that it was hurting. Sometimes with the ocular migraines or even regular migraines, it will start hurting like just in one spot. So this was something that I really liked having. And then I just was going to show you guys also this Wink Naturals ice pack. I like this one as well because it's got the furriness on the back so that you can make sure you're not getting something too cold. If you want to kind of put on an ice pack while you go to sleep, always have one that is covered or cover it up with a towel by yourself. If headaches is something that's happening to you frequently, you definitely may want to check out some scrunchies that don't put pressure on your head. And so my favorite is the Slip Silk. They're these little pink ones. But as an alternative, you can also get the Kitsch ones, and these are much more affordable. So I like to keep both of them, and that has kind of helped me to not put so much pressure on my head and cause a migraine to happen. Another item that worked really, really well for me as my belly has gotten a little bit tighter, a lot of my skin has just gotten super itchy, and I will have another video where I talk about products that I used for my face and my body during my pregnancy. But the one thing that I really want to mention is this Honest Glow On body oil. This helped a lot just with my stomach. It was expensive, so that's the only place that I use this, but I really, really loved that. That's helped me a lot with just like the stretching and the itchiness. And then of course you can use a pure vitamin E oil as well, which I'll link below. But yes, this was very, very helpful. And then it seemed like everything just got really, really dry. So my skin, my face, my belly, my eyes. And so another little trick that I use is, this is called TheraTears, and it's dry eye therapy. I like to get the packs of singles like this one is, because it's super easy to get an eye infection when you're just like using the same eye drop bottle all the time. So I like these little singles. and they're just super nice to keep in your bag. And honestly, if you even use them once a week, it will just kind of moisturize your eyes so that that's not a problem anymore. So another thing was the Freedom Mom Peri bottle, and this is just a rinse bottle. It's super nice for if you don't have a bidet. I just moved and I don't have a bidet yet, but with everything being a little bit more sweaty and things like that, you know, you can get weird stuff going on when you're pregnant a lot more easily. And you will need something like this for postpartum care anyway, so it's nice to just buy kind of early on in your pregnancy, and then you can use it the whole time. Frida Mom and Frida Baby is like just a great brand to get certain stuff for moms. And yeah, I think this is probably like the best product they make. So another thing to keep in mind is just like your hunger, and just the fact that you can get really hungry really fast, like out of nowhere when you're pregnant. So my favorite thing was these Sargento balanced breaks, and I just kept these on stack, and when I would leave my house, always I would keep a couple of those in my bag, and sometimes I would blow through like 2 of them in the car. So that's like something I'm still doing regularly. I've just hit my 3rd trimester, but yeah, always have snacks with you. And during the 1st trimester, I got really sleepy everywhere. I was just like taking naps in people's cars and taking naps everywhere, it felt like. So I got this cute little eye mask. It's silk, it's mulberry. And yeah, I got this one on Amazon. I think it was like $10 or $15. I love the slip silk items. That's like my favorite brand ever. But their eye mask was just too expensive for me, and I couldn't justify it. So the most important thing that you have to remember when you buy the silks and when you get a replacement for slip silk is to look for something called 100% mulberry silk. So that's the one that is like non-codmogenic and hypoallergenic, and yeah, you should be happy with the quality as long as you find something in mulberry silk. When I started having really bad heartburn, I found these little Cvs Chewable Antacid. I'll show you guys. These are the UGG slippers that I had prior to getting pregnant, and it's just super important while you're pregnant to have a nice pair of slippers that you really like. I was lucky enough to have invested in these before I ever knew that I was pregnant. But I did want to show you guys too. These I got at the semi-annual Victoria's Secret sale. They're a little bit holiday-ish. But these were literally on sale for like $6. They have a nice kind of puffy sole, so these helped take a lot of pressure off of my back, and I have been having back problems throughout my pregnancy. So I'm also going to talk about all of the pillows that I had to buy. And so I know it's like extreme, but I feel like the pillows honestly helped me so much, and I'm happy to have all of them. I'm sure I'll need them while I'm breastfeeding, and I'm sure that I'll need them throughout the rest of my pregnancy or even while I'm giving birth. So I was able to justify getting these as well. But the first thing I'll talk about is basically the body pillow. I tried like 4 body pillows and returned all of them, and this is the one that I kept. It's like a light pink velvet, and I just really love this one. So I'll link it below. It's just a nice big pillow to wrap around your whole body, and that really worked for me in the beginning of my pregnancy until I started needing the Akko Baby pillow. And for this one, it's just to lay my heavy little tummy on. Sometimes my stomach gets really heavy and I find myself wanting to sleep like directly on my stomach, and so it's just like a wedge shape to kind of prop up your belly so that you're not putting so much pressure on your back. So one last thing to kind of take care of leg swelling and back pressure was this nice little leg block. It's actually a yoga block, so you can use this afterwards too. But yeah, I love this little pink velvet block. I was able to prop my legs up with it, and it's comfortable enough to fall asleep with. It's got a little carrying handle for if you want to bring it later to a yoga class, and that's been really, really helpful to have, and just helpful to kind of keep my feet up when either my back starts hurting or my legs and feet start swelling. The only other thing that I would say is that I went from having sciatic pain to just like back pain in general, and felt like I really needed a massage, but I didn't want to pay for it. I ended up getting this little $20 massager on Amazon. It is worth every single penny. Some people were not happy with it, so if you read the reviews, I don't know what to tell you. This was the best $20 I ever spent, and everyone in my family wanted one after they tried it, so that has been a really good investment. I like it because it sticks out enough that you can really concentrate it on the spot that's bothering you. You just can't lay down on it. You have to lean onto it, but it worked on my upper back, my mid back, and my lower back, as well as my glutes. And it would also work on your legs if there's parts on your legs that are bothering you. So that was a really, really good investment for me. Another thing that I ended up getting was some nice robes. I got one super fluffy one from Victoria's Secret, and then I also got a silk one from Victoria's Secret because I'm going to use them as well when I'm breastfeeding. But they've been nice to have because once you put on some kind of a belly oil or a vitamin E oil, if you put a shirt on right away, you're going to stain your shirt. So I've enjoyed having the robes to just kind of throw on after I'm waiting for oil to absorb, and that's worked out really, really well. And then the other things that I've found really helpful are a watch. So I got this cute little Olivia Burton watch. This one has a bunny rabbit on it, and I also have a video where I show you the 3 Olivia Burton watches that I got, so go check out that video. I just wanted to have a manual watch so that when the baby comes, I'm not looking at my phone while my baby needs me. And I was really happy with the Olivia Burton ones. They're super cute. I got some of them on sale, and they were just a really good deal. So I'm happy to have that. And then another thing I would say is that I tried a lot of different like sleep and meditation apps. Like a lot of them. I basically did the trial for all of them. The one that was the best and most helpful and had the best like bedtime stories, which that's one of the features that I like the best, is called the Relax Melodies app. So I did subscribe to that, and yeah, I think it was worth every penny. I love it because if I'm stressed during the day, I can go through a meditation, but I really, really like it at night to kind of read me a story to sleep. It helps me a lot. I'm a single mom, so yeah, everything can just be super overwhelming, and I've enjoyed having that app to use. You really want to get some nice, stretchy, comfortable leggings and sweatpants, and I have another video where I show you guys all of the pants that have worked for me throughout my pregnancy, so check out that video as well. I'll link it below. But the ones that I'm wearing right now that I bought in all the colors that I liked are the Beyond Yoga leggings, and they're just super stretchy and comfortable, and I like the material that they're made of, so these have worked for me throughout my pregnancy. And I love them. They're high-waisted. They come up really nicely. They do also have a maternity line, but I ended up liking the Space Dye Midi leggings. I used these for many years prior to my pregnancy as well, and they still look brand new after like 5 years of practically wearing them every day and washing them. So even though they're pretty expensive, I felt like they were a good investment while I'm pregnant, and something that I could wear when I'm not pregnant anymore, just because the sizing sucks right back up into normal after a couple washes. So I really love these pants because they don't stretch out and the color doesn't fade. And yeah, you can also check out the jeans and sweatpants that worked for me throughout my pregnancy in the video below. The last couple items that I'm going to talk about today are right here in front of me. So yeah, when you get pregnant, you just get really hot all the time. I think it's hormonal, and I don't know if it's hot flashes, but anyway, I was able to get 2 of these cute little things for $20, and it's basically just a fan, and you fill it up with water, and I keep one in my car and one right next to my bed because I never know when I'm gonna just like start heating up. This is a super obvious one, but the Wet Ones brand are the best, honestly, because they just stay wet. I have ones that I've gotten for cheaper, and they're in like you know, a big canister, but those ones always seem to dry out. So the Wet Ones are great. You can literally get like 12 packs of them for $20 on Subscribe and Save with Amazon, so that's worked really well for me. Once my stomach started getting really heavy and it started hurting my back, I had to get one of these little belts to wear. I don't wear it all the time, but if my back is bothering me, I do wear it. And this is the Lucy V brand, but I got it on Amazon. It was super reasonably priced, and it helps me a lot, and you can see that your fat little belly just fits right in there. It just helps take some of the pressure off of your back from your growing tummy. Since I haven't gained as much weight as like what's completely normal during pregnancy, I have tried to kind of supplement different protein powders and stuff like that. And what you'll find when you start researching protein powder in pregnancy is that it's really controversial because they have a lot of products that have Proposition 65 warnings on them. My doctor has told me do not use anything with a Proposition 65 warning. It literally says right on the packaging that it could harm a baby or cause birth defects, and then they have other arguments that say, well, it's only as much lead as a sweet potato, and it's like, I don't know what the story is. I'm just trying to be safe. Orgain is something that I used many years ago. I can honestly say like Orgain saved my life at one point. And it is actually whey protein, which normally I don't do so well with, but apparently it's the plant-based proteins that have some of those ingredients that, because they're grown in the ground, they have a higher lead content. Orgain doesn't have a Proposition 65 warning. They're a little bit pricey, but I really, really like them. And also, Orgain is grass-fed protein. It's no soy, it's gluten-free, it's non-GMO, it's organic. This is honestly like the best protein you can buy in my opinion, but definitely check with your doctor if you have concerns that are causing you to want to use protein. I know that my baby is okay and healthy, so I'm not really worried about any of that. But I know that these are going to be helpful for me, and I just feel a lot better when I get the nutrition of having a protein powder. So Orgain is the one that I like, not to mention this vanilla bean flavor is honestly like out of this world. It tastes like a vanilla milkshake. So I really, really like these, and that is just a nice way to get in extra calories if you feel like you need it. Those are a really great price on Amazon. I will link that below as well. I hope that you guys liked this video. Please go down in the comments and let us know what pregnancy products worked for you, or anything else that you felt like was nice to have as a new pregnant mom. It's a time when we're buying a lot of items for a baby, and so I just felt like it was really important to make myself as comfortable as possible. Please subscribe to my channel and click the little bell to be notified when I make new videos.